Hello, if you are new to the channel, I am the Magic Crafter, also known as Mermaid Phantom. I am a professional mermaid. I'm going to be teaching you how to do simple waterproof makeup like the makeup I'm wearing on my face right now. This waterproof makeup will stay put in chlorine, salt water, and in fresh water. Just make sure you don't rub your face aggressively because that might end up making it come off. But if you aren't aggressively rubbing your face, it will stay put. Trust me, I'm a professional. The first thing you're going to want to do is apply some moisturizer to your face. And you want to make sure the moisturizer is something that can go under your makeup. I have grown fond of these two by Clinique. One is for the eyes and one is for your face. And it goes really well under makeup and doesn't cause any of the makeup to like curdle and get all gross. I already put mine on because that's the first thing I do when I get out of the shower is apply moisturizer. So I put the eye one on my top eyelids and under eyes, both eyes, and then the face one on my face and down my neck. And for my lips, I like to use a lip balm by Badger. This one smells like cocoa butter because it is made with cocoa butter and it's amazing and brings back so many childhood memories. Now, if you want to put any foundation or anything on your face, the next thing you're going to want to do is apply some primer. If you don't plan on using foundation, I typically don't if I go with a minimal look, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to, so you know how to apply it and what to use. I'm going to apply this primer so that the makeup I put on my face doesn't look all greasy and oily and nasty. Otherwise, you can skip this and I'll put a timestamp right here so you can go to the eye makeup. So just take a small amount of that and then you're going to put it on your face and on your neck and anywhere you're going to put foundation. The next step is to put on your foundation if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to use my Revlon Color Stay foundation. It has an SPF of 20, which is great because I do work out in the sunlight a lot and I don't want my skin to get damaged because that can accelerate aging and it can like lead to skin cancer down the road. So I think it's important to make sure you protect your skin. And my pump never likes to work, but I'm gonna pump some of that on my finger. I'm gonna dot it all over my face, just like lightly. I don't like to use a lot. I honestly cannot see my camera screen, which I'm trying to use as a mirror. Didn't want to film this in a really old bathroom. So I don't know how I'm doing here, but you're gonna want to put it evenly on your face and then rub it in really good. Also put it down your neck. And if you have your ladies exposed a little bit, you might want to put some down there just so everything matches. That's totally up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera though, and then I'll be back. And we're back. Now, if you need some extra coverage, you can use some Cover Up. I believe that's what it's called. Concealer, that's what it's called, concealer. I don't know why I called it Cover Up. And you can put that in your problem areas. This can be used to cover acne or scars. It can be used to cover red spots, like I have red spots under my nose all the time. Or if you have an area of your skin that gets really red really easily, like I do, like my nose, I turn into Rudolph when I'm cold, you can put some of this on there to help hide that a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. Again, I can't see what I'm doing, but I try to like even it out. If I'm gonna put like some on my nose, I wanna put some up here, some here, that way it's kind of like balanced. I also like to put some under my eyes. I also like to put some down my neck. That way, if the color is a little bit different up here, it's also different down here, so it doesn't look too weird and like mismatchy. So dot it around your face. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a fluffy blending brush thing and we're going to take some powder. This one's called Mint Green HD Finishing Powder by NYX and it's really crumbled. I think this one was actually in a car accident with me one time. I don't drive because I can't see well enough, but somebody else hit us while we were driving. We were in a 4-car pileup, not our fault. I'm going to take this and I'm going to attempt to evenly apply it all over my face. I especially focus under my eyes because they start to like wrinkle sometimes and this kind of helps set the concealer a little bit better so it doesn't like wrinkle when I sweat. I like to kind of let that sit there while I do the rest of the stuff and then I'll come back and blend that in a little bit better later. Now that the foundation's on, we're going to put some bronzer on our face. Normally, I wouldn't actually use bronzer. I would use like a black or purpley tinted eyeshadow because I like to go with gothic looks traditionally. But since I'm assuming you're not here for that, since you are watching this video and not my gothic waterproof makeup tutorials, we're gonna go with this because I'm assuming you want to look kind of normal. We're just going to put it right here. You can contour your nose with it if you want to. I'm not going to. You can also put it up on your hairline a bit and blend it in really well to help give you more of a sun-kissed glow I like to put some under my jawline to help define my jawline a bit better, but you don't have to do that. That's kind of more for like, I guess, performances and probably not something a normal person does. I don't really know. I don't do normal makeup often, but I'm doing my best here. So do what looks good for you and what you normally do with your makeup routine if you use bronzer. If you want to, you can now apply some blush and some illuminator. Personally, I don't like wearing blush. I am a gothic professional mermaid, so I like to look more dead than alive most of the time, and dead people don't exactly blush. But I do like to use some unnatural looking illuminators, and currently I've been liking eyeshadow as a powdered illuminator thing. Is that the right word for it? I think it's illuminator. Anyways, I'm going to apply some of this to my cheekbones right up here, on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my forehead as if it isn't big enough, and some on my chin and some on my neck, just to look like extra glowy. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you want to look more like a normal people person, maybe don't apply any illuminator. Maybe just go with blush. Maybe don't go with either. Just stay sun-kissed looking. It's up to you. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow brush that's really fluffy to just kind of put it on my nose. Now I'm all bluish tinted and glowy. I did put some on my neck just because, like, I don't know. I feel like this is a prominent part of my body and I want it to glow too. The next thing we're going to do is put on some eyeshadow base. Everything under our brow and down to our eyelashes. So just like right in here. I used to use one by NYX, but as a fellow professional mermaid, Mermaid Tammy, shout out to you. Thanks for pointing this out to me. As she pointed out, that one is no longer being made. And I tried a different one by NYX and it was terrible. So I've been doing some experimenting and I found out that this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills? This sounds so fancy. This fancy eyeshadow base really doesn't cost that much. It's about the same as the NYX one I used to use, so like fear not, this stuff isn't too overpriced despite its fancy name. I will link this, by the way, and everything else I'm talking about in the description box. Those are affiliate links, so I do earn a commission if you buy using those links, but you don't have to pay anything extra and it helps support my channel. Just a full disclaimer. We're gonna use this though, and we're just gonna dab it on our eyelids. This eyeshadow base is going to make your eyeshadow stay on better, and it's also going to help it look more vibrant. Don't worry, we're not going to use too many crazy eyeshadow colors. We're just going to use enough to kind of even out your skin tone. So I'm gonna start by using this palette by Revolution called Reloaded Iconic 3.0. And I'm going to use this like skin colored one. At least it's my skin color. I would find a palette that works well for your skin color. I'm just going to take my fluffy blending brush and I'm going to just twirl that around all over where I put my eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna get closer for this next part so I can see what I'm doing. So pardon my eyes. They're right here. I'm going to be taking a light brown color, like a taupe, and I'm just going to put it a little bit in the crease there just to give my eyelids a little more definition. Since I have that like bluish illuminator stuff like all over my face, I'm going to put a little bit up on my brow bone and then some like on my eyelid where you can see it, just so it pops. I'm not going to put it like in the crease, you don't want to do that. Just a little bit like on the more prominent part of your eyelid and then the brow bone. I also put a little bit of that eyeshadow by my tear ducts and then just kind of blended it in with my finger. The next thing we're going to do is add some eyeliner. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but there are a couple of different options for doing this if you do want to line your eyes. Here are the 3 options. First of all, if you want to do a winged eyeliner, I suggest using this matte liquid liner by NYX. You know, I don't think it actually says it's waterproof, but it is waterproof, and I will link it if I can find it online for you. You can also use this one by NYX, which is a retractable eyeliner that is waterproof. I will try to link this online if I can find it. In the past, I haven't been able to, but I can find it at my Ulta Beauty store, so maybe check yours if you can't find it online. Otherwise, it will be linked. If you want to do any under eyeliner stuff, use this. It works great and it stays put and it won't bleed. You can also use it on your top eyelids. And then the third option, which is the one that I've been preferring recently, is to put eyeshadow just like really a small amount of eyeshadow on my lash line. Just a little bit, not all the way down. So you can pick which one of those works best for you. I'm going to use this technique. You will need a small angled brush and eyeshadow if you would like to go with this technique. I'm not sure how well I'll be able to do this on camera, so hopefully I won't screw it up. But when I apply the eyeliner using eyeshadow, I like to dip the brush into the eyeshadow kind of sideways, and then I'll just put it like along my lash line. If you put it like straight on, it just doesn't seem to work as well. And then I'm going to just drag the eyeshadow along my lash line till about like halfway down my eye. So like where my pupil would naturally be. And of course, I had to go in the bathroom to finish applying that because I still couldn't see what I was doing, even though I was like a couple of inches from my viewfinder. Go figure. The next thing we're going to do is put mascara on. Now, it's important to use waterproof mascara for this, and I like to use Worth the Hype by NYX. I use a lot of NYX products. This one is black. This one actually works fine on the top lashes and on the bottom lashes. You don't have to worry about it transferring. It's actually really difficult to get off. And there. That is how you do basic waterproof makeup for swimming in the pool, in a lake, in the ocean, wherever it is you're swimming. Hopefully not rivers, because those kind of get gross. Anyways, have fun swimming. I hope you like this tutorial. If you'd like to see some of my other ones, you can check the description box. I have a playlist there for you to watch so you can get your waterproof makeup fix.